Hey Corey, how's it going? Congratulations and welcome back. We have members from the Philadelphia media here, and we're
Okay.
going to go ahead and open it up to questions now, starting with Les Bowen.
Corey, you don't look any different. Welcome back.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. How's it going?
I'm doing all right. So, what has this been like for you when you became a free agent? Did you expect this to happen? What did you
Uh,
think?
I've been always gunning to get back to Philly. Once they did their releasing of my part, I was just eager to get right back to it. I knew because I had a lot left in the tank when it comes down to the Bird Gang life. I want to be here. I want to retire here one day. This team means a lot to me, and when I first found out the news that they weren't going to tender me, I took it to heart a little bit because Philly is home to me. I love City with everything. If I could bleed green, I would. But it comes to a time where it's a business. I understand, but now I can only look forward because I'm back being an Eagle, and my head is held high, and I'm ready to get going.
All right.
Hey Corey, health wise, how are you now, and how would you describe what these past 2 years have been like for you?
It's been a roller coaster, especially for those who've been keeping up with the season. Obviously, I haven't had the best, two years that I wanted due to injury. But right now, I can only just keep my head high and realize I got to take my next opportunity with as if it's my last. I've been through this rodeo once before with the knee, and now my shoulder. So now I'm just really taking everything really for what it's worth. Taking my body more seriously, not as if I didn't, but taking the extra step. If I can ask more questions, how can I do this better? What can I get more out of my workouts? What can I do to implement a better diet to foresee a better season? So I'm just ready to keep tapping into new resources, seeing how I can elevate my game. Once again, you can never stop learning.
Corey,
Yeah.
were there any other teams that you or your agent may have been in contact with, just in case the Eagles had not decided to bring you back?
To be honest, my agent didn't even bring that to me because I told him in one message, make sure this happens. Because I didn't want to look forward to anything else. He probably has something else, but since it's such a quiet time period anyway, he didn't fill my head with anything because I couldn't take a visit. He knew my prime position where I wanted to be at, which was back in the Bird Gang life. So he kept it short and sweet and simple to me, and it was all an easy process. So I didn't overwhelm myself with too much information, and but no, I'm right back where I need to be.
Corey,
Good to have you
obviously, I
back.
know the injuries in the last couple of years have been a big roadblock for you. How much do you have left? I mean, do you feel like you can still be a really productive player in the league?
Yeah, I just said I got a lot left in the tank.
Corey, what's it going to be like in not being able to be in the complex? Where you would get like the first rate training, medical care. Trying to keep yourself in shape and
Right.
going to training camp.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely going to be a difficult task, but if you're somebody who's willing to always get it, you'll find a way to make sure it happens. I've been still getting it in every day, nonstop. This virus hasn't stopped my grind. It hasn't stopped any other player's grind, I'm sure. So if anything, I'm not going to hold this virus as an excuse to not get some work in every single day that I possibly can. Not taxing it too much because at this point, the season is still long, but I'm getting a good amount of work to make sure my body is still ramped up for it.
Corey,
Were
you didn't get a
you
lot of
watching the
touches
draft at all?
last year. You didn't get a lot of touches last year before the injury. How do you view your role on offense this year? And then also, how much did you pay attention to the draft in the offseason to kind of monitor what the Eagles were doing?
Yes. The first question was you said touches, my role. To be honest, my role is out of my control. It's up to the front office, but all I can do is just put my hat down and just work. I'm not trying to be the guy who's trying to demand a role. I'm coming in as a guy who's got the rookie mindset again. Coming in trying to take jobs, and that's what it's got to come down to. I gotta get back to the dog eat mentality. Hat on, head down, and let's get to work. Yeah, I didn't get a lot of touches in the past 2 years. I'm still fresh, and that's the answer to the other question. So yeah, as a running back, I always want the ball. I mean, that's in any guys. If you still got a burning fire in your stomach, yeah, I always want the ball, of course. But right now, I'm still going to try to dominate on all facets if I can. Offense, special teams, I want to capitalize on that. And now I'm back in the building to make that happen.
Corey, it's not like you need to reintroduce yourself to these guys. You've been teammates with them before, but curious what some of the first text messages, conversations were with since signing back with the Eagles.
Oh, it's really cool, man. Connecting back with Jalen Mills, Booby Miles, all the guys who come. They just came out with the comments, and it just shows your brotherhood is always there. And when they first saw the news, I was like, my team is like they always riding for me. So I always appreciate the love and the home loving that all Eagles always give. But we got some work to do. I'm happy to get back. Let's get this train rolling.
Corey, your story as an undrafted free agent and rookie year, winning a Super Bowl and leading the team in receiving yards in the Super Bowl. When you were a little kid growing up in the area, could you have ever imagined a script like that?
To be honest, no, but I've always pictured catching the ball in the Super Bowl. I think every kid had a little dream about that, just catching it and seeing how the crowd reacts. And Lord, to tell you mine, man, that was an awesome experience. I thought about Santonio Holmes' catch when mine happened because his toe drag was definitely awesome. I don't know how he got that. That went off in my mind. I'm like, whoa, did I just do that? And it came to life.
Corey, that Super Bowl feeling
Story
has
today about the number of players that were drafted from St. Joe's Prep. 3 of them from Philadelphia High School, but 4 from South Jersey. Jonathan Taylor, who I know you know well, and Sean Bradley, who I know you know well, and obviously is now going to be your teammate. Just wonder what you think of what South Jersey was able to provide at the draft this weekend, and if you can give us a little book on Bradley and JT.
Shoot. First, starting off the bat, man, congrats to both of those guys. High honors to them, especially, those 2 South Jersey guys right there, Bradley and JT. JT dominated college. I can't wait for him to dominate the league, just keep it going. That just shows you that South Jersey we can be, I hope we're not overlooked anymore. Talent definitely breathes down here as well, not just other sports. I think JT definitely elevated the level of talent that comes down from South Jersey, so my hat goes off to him. When you talk about Bradley, I just seen him working out 2 days ago. I'm like, welcome to the squad. And I'm like, well, welcome to the squad too. I'm like, we're all the same team. So just 2 weeks ago, we weren't. And now we're all just soaking up the memories, realizing that, this is a job now. It's not really for fun, but this is what we wanted to do. Well, now we're here, but now let's take harness of it.
Corey, did you have any anxious moments during the draft, waiting to see if the Eagles took a running back, or just waiting for this call to come? Were there any anxious moments that you may have had, wondering if this would happen?
I was just sitting around doing my daily thing. I wasn't stressing out or anything. Just talking with my agent daily, making sure any updates, you got anything for me. But right now, I'm just looking forward to being back in my locker, getting my headphones back on, and getting out to a game one of these times. So got some work to do, and now I'm ready.
Hey, Corey, what was the timeline for you? When were you officially cleared? And in terms of signing now, was it based on being cleared, or was it based on after the draft?
Well, first I had to get cleared for any team to look at me. I've been fine for about a month. I got cleared 2 weeks ago by Dotson. But other than that, that didn't factor into any timeline whether I was making my decision for there. I think it was all had to do with letting the draft do its thing. Saw who the Eagles got. Didn't get a running back, so that's clear as day. But I didn't let that play into my decision. My decision was already set in stone for Birds. So yeah.
Hey Corey, you mentioned the free agency aspect of this, and talking to your agent and saying get it done with the Eagles. Besides the obvious stuff, South Jersey native, local guy, what made you drawn to this organization? Is it Doug? Is it Deuce? what do you think you most like about the Eagles?
To be honest, I just love what Deuce Staley brings to that offensive room. The running back room. There's nothing. I mean, I can put my last cent on it that room is just untouched when it comes to the grind, the awareness, the attention to detail, just the everyday grind when it comes to Deuce Staley, man. That guy acts like he's playing the game, and that's what I want as a coach. And that translates all the way up to the front, the head office. Doug, Howie, they're all dominant guys who just are very knowledgeable when it comes to the sport. And if you don't want to learn from them too, then you don't want to play the sport. So my answer has been right there in front of me. I just got to tap into it a little bit better. And now I'm right back in the room with Deuce trying to get everything out of him now.
With what
We
you
talked
did as an
about the Super
undrafted
Bowl
free
and
agent
how it was
and
kind
had
of
the
a
effect, with what you're able to do as an undrafted free agent and you see what's going on now, do you kind of feel for a lot of the undrafted free agents right now? Don't know if they're going to be able to get on the field and prove that they can make the team?
Yeah, because as you know, as my position, I actually got a chance to do OTAs and rookie minicamp. A lot of these guys aren't able to do that right now, and it sucks. So yeah, you got to have a little sympathy for them because those guys wanted a shot just like I did, and it's not fair for them that this virus crept up at the wrong time. But you know, when the time comes, I hope they do make the most of it. Whatever time they do have, just like Jawan Johnson from South Jersey, I'm like, don't hit yourself over the head about being undrafted. Listen, I get it. You don't want to hear it from anybody or me, but you're just fine. But during this time right now, you're going to think that you're not going to be able to perform with the amount of time you have left. But as long as you put yourself first and just relax and just have fun, they'll see the Jawan that they want, and you'll have a great time.
Say two more questions
The
for
last
Corey.
couple of years, you've gone through some stuff. You've had some lows, I'm sure, some frustrating times. What have you done to get through that? Who'd you lean on, that sort of thing?
To be honest, I just leaned on music. Music is my biggest outlet of when it comes to emotions. Other than that, I opened up to my mom, my dad, my brother a lot, making sure they're all not too left out of the loop. I like to stay grounded with certain immediate family members, and just I don't like being too out in the open. As long as they can keep me grounded and just say everything is going to be cool, I like to keep them at a calm level because I don't want them getting worked up. I know everything is going to be great, but tough times do come up. And tough times don't mean you just lay down and stop fighting. Nah, keep going, and that's what I'm telling my family. We keeping it going.
Particular music
I'm sorry.
help you through? Any particular music that help you through?
I create my own.
Corey, I know you said you wanted to come back to the Eagles. You had that decided, but was Dom putting the pressure on you to come back at all?
Nah. Nah, Dom wasn't putting no pressure on me. I'm a grown man. I don't want to. Nobody's gonna put no pressure on me. I know where I wanted to be, and that's here in Philly, Furry Gang.
Corey, you're now the veteran in the room with Darren retiring and Jordan Howard leaving. What did Darren Sproles teach you about leadership in the room in particular that you can take moving forward, helping those guys?
There's always a time for fun and games, but when Sproles walked into the door, all games shut off. All games shut off. When it came down to blitz pickup, he wanted you to stand up and say, "Are you sure you know this? You can say you know it, but show me." I mean, of course, we're not always going to take the same course of action, but he's just saying, if you think you know it, go back over it again because you really don't know it. You really don't know it. And that's the same with Deuce. I like when it comes to everybody questioning somebody in the room because it's almost it's pop quiz. And somebody wants to get out on the field more than the next guy. Third down, because when we got third down pickups, we always want to do something. It's just timing off something. Always keep the room interesting. That's what Sproles always did. Always keep the room interested with competition and knowledge. That's what he said.
Thanks, Corey. Thanks, everyone.